when it comes to certain gaming events, I do cover some events like E3, the Game Awards, and that's pretty much it. Like, I don't cover the smaller ones like the Nintendo Direct or the smaller Microsoft events, even though Microsoft never really holds a smaller events. And even though I am a Sony fan, as you can totally tell by my t-shirt, I mean, I have my PS5 over there. I love my PS5 to no end. I do think it is so far really the next gen console that's out this console generation, even though I think the Xbox Series X, which I also have over there, is a great system. I usually don't watch the Sony State of Plays because the State of Plays, even though State of Play can be very, very good and they can always be sometimes just be very meh. But for this State of Play, it was an event that I just had a good feeling about, that it was just going to be better than average, and I wasn't going to actually cover this in a video, but after what I saw, you know what? I wanted to cover it. And really quick before I continue on, I do want to apologize that things seem a bit different on my channel here. I'm doing experiments with my camera here. As you all could tell, I'm using my DSLR, which I recently got. I got a brand new lens for it, and I am still experimenting with it. So I'm trying out new things of how I'm doing video setups with, in particular with news videos. So we'll just see how this plays out. Even though I'm a Sony fan, their state of plays are usually things that I will watch, and I'll be like, okay, so that was a state of play right there. However, I gotta tell you guys, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a Sony fan, I like video games in general. I like the Nintendo Switch, I love the Series X, and I love my PS5. Today's state of play was really well done. I mean, it wasn't absolutely amazing by any stretch of the imagination, but I gotta tell you guys, I really thought that what Sony threw together here was really well done, considering, by the way, this wasn't for the first party titles, like let's say God of War Ragnarok, The Last of Us Remake. This was, sorry about that, more than anything else, this was for their third party titles, and I gotta tell you guys, for what they showed, I was really, really impressed, even though one of their titles is really more, oh wait, hold on a second, maybe 4 titles are actually coming out only for a console, I couldn't say exclusive right for a second, as a console exclusive to either the PS4 and PS5 combined, or just the PS5. I'm gonna save the first thing for last, because I'm telling you right now, what they showed first, I honest to God didn't think they'd show in the state of play, so I'm gonna save that for last. So starting off, I want to talk about the VR stuff. Now here's the thing, even though I think VR is cool, I don't have the room for, I mean, my room may look big, but seriously, the back of my wall is really right there. Like, I cannot fit VR in here whatsoever. After I saw all their VR stuff today, it's got me wanting to get a VR headset, even though I have legitimately no room in my fucking room whatsoever. Though here's the thing, Horizon Call of the Wild, which I should just say this by the way, great game so far. I not gonna lie to you guys, I'm between like 3 different games right now. This, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, not to mention oh my god, Elden Ring. I have too many damn games to play. It's a good problem to have, but it's a problem to have nonetheless. Call of the Wild looks actually really freaking good, and more than anything else, you know what kind of reminded me of? Jake Baldino talked about this on his YouTube channel, which I'll link below in case if you guys don't follow Jake Baldino or Game Ranks. Great challenge, by the way, and Jake is an awesome guy. In terms of the mechanics, in terms of the climbing stuff, there's a great Oculus Rift demo I tried a long time ago. It was a climbing simulator. Resident Evil Village is coming to VR, and I'm not gonna lie to you guys, Resident Evil Village, I think, is a good game, but compared to Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, I just didn't love like I love Biohazard, which I don't think it's enough love out there. There's also a Walking Dead game to which it's Walking Dead. This made me very happy to see it. So one of my most anticipated games for the past couple of years has been a game called Stray. It's a game where you play as a kitty cat, as a cat. I've been looking forward to Stray for the longest time. I love the concept of playing as a cat. I love the whole aesthetic of it as being like this puzzle, adventure, neon type of aesthetic to it. I love the look to it, and it's been delayed quite a few times. We finally got our release date of July 19th. It was supposed to come out last year in October from what I remember, and it got delayed. As you all know, we're still in a, I don't know, in a pandemic. One thing that really surprised me is that Stray is going to be for free if you have PS Plus Extra or Premium, which I will be getting. I'm going to try out the Premium for that first month, and if I do enjoy it, I will upgrade to the yearly thing, which I will talk about that PS Plus the new PS Plus thing very, very soon, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Going on to the next thing, though, and I've been looking forward to this ever since it was announced. I think it was announced either last year or the year beforehand for the Game Awards, but the Callisto Protocol. I'm a big Dead Space fan. I love the original game. I love Dead Space 2. Dead Space 3, I never actually beat it, but I have played it. And by the way, the Dead Space remake, I cannot wait for Dead Space remake. It looks so fucking good. It is from the same creators of Dead Space. I guess it's their spiritual successor to the game. But holy crap, does it look so good. Even better, the game comes out 6 days before my birthday. This wasn't in my top 10 most anticipated games as far as I can think of. I think it was in my honorable mentions for this year, but still though, I'm excited for this game because I love Dead Space and well, it looked awesome. Before I move on to the next game, I'm gonna be completely honest with you all. This fighting game franchise, I was never particularly a big fan of. I mean, I'm always a Tekken guy and a Mortal Kombat guy, but Street Fighter is something that I have played here and there, and Street Fighter 6 was shown more. I think it is coming out next year as far as I'm aware. It looks different, but Street Fighter was never a franchise I was ever particularly into growing up. I know I might get a little bit of crap for this, but it looks cool. I think it's called Roller Dome, or yes, Roller Dome. I had to look at the title. It looks like a nice hybrid of an extreme sports game with third-person shooter elements with the bullet time elements. I like all the hybrid elements mashing up together to create this what looks like to be a really cool game. It has a lot of potential, but I'm hoping Roller Dome is more than just a game where you just go around shooting people. I mean, I'm hoping there's a cool little storyline. There could be some cool multiplayer. I don't know how it's going to work, though, because there is bullet time elements. Nonetheless, though, it looks like it could be really cool. The next game that they showed here is called Evernight, I believe it's called, or Evernight. It's coming out early next year. It's a hybrid of, it looks like to be an action RPG anime hybrid with one of those dating sim visual novel things. So, I'm not gonna lie to you all. When I was a teenager, I played the shit out of those visual novel dating sim games. I like the combination that they're going for. Now, this is just very early look of it. And this is a game that I will keep my eyes on. I don't know how it's going to play out, but the concept and the mix-up of all this stuff here, it seems like it could be really, really cool. I got Scarlet Nexus vibes, but then again, I love Scarlet Nexus. I'm hoping it for good things. It could be really, really cool. I was so hoping that they would show this game today. Well, today, even though this is June 3rd, technically, but, well, it's June 2nd to me until I go to bed, but it's gonna be June 3rd when it comes on, nonetheless. Final Fantasy 16. This looks so fucking cool. Now, here's the thing. I'm not the biggest Final Fantasy fan. Well, minus 7. Well, 7 I do find to be overpraised, so I should take that back. Even though Remake was really, really good. 8 I absolutely love. 10 is in my top 15 for games of all time. And 15 was a game that I didn't beat it. I should probably play it before 16 comes out, but it was a game that I did enjoy playing. The stuff that I did play. 10-2 is really underrated. I should mention that 10-2 is a very underrated game nonetheless though. I've had my eyes on this game ever since it was announced back at that huge Sony event back in 2020. I've been waiting for a release date and it's coming out summer 2023. There was a lot of gameplay which looked awesome. Story wise, I'm not quite into the story, but the gameplay looks bad ass. Not the biggest Final Fantasy fan here, but I gotta tell you, I do think there's potential to be a great Final Fantasy game. On to the last thing, even though this was the first thing that showed, but I want to save it for last. Now, this game has been leaked, I think, for the past year and a half, maybe 6 months, but it was leaked a while ago. But there were rumors out there of a Resident Evil 4 remake, which is one of the greatest games ever made. And if you want to talk about a perfect game, Resident Evil 4 is about as perfect of a game as it gets. And if you haven't played Resident Evil 4, please guys, do yourself a favor, buy Resident Evil 4 right now because it is a perfect fucking game. The first thing that they showed was Resident Evil 4 Remake. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, when it showed that release date, I thought that was the Last of Us remake, because the Last of Us remake has been in talks for a long time now, and from what I've heard, it's almost close to being done. And then when it said 4, I just went, they fucking did it. What they showed here looks fantastic, but I can't deny this to you all. I'm a little frightened for this remake. I really, really am, because like I mentioned, I'm gonna say it again. Resident Evil 4 is a perfect game. Like, it is a perfect game. Even playing it as of recently, I mean, sure, yes, the controls can be modernized for today's day and age. Just put the Resident Evil 2 remake controls, and you have, again, a perfect game right there. I mean, it still works nonetheless. But Resident Evil 4 is one of those games that I guarantee, if you talk to, I think, most gamers out there, they will say that, yeah, Resident Evil 4 is perfect. There's no need to change it. I don't think it needed to be remade, but I will say this, though. If they pull this off, we can have a game that's perfect like the original version of it. With the remake, all they need to do are two things here. One, just make the controls so that it plays like Resident Evil 2 remake. And two, just update the graphics. That is all you need to do. Update the look a little bit and change certain things here and there, or maybe improve upon certain things that the original on the PS2, GameCube, or even if you played on PC for that matter, or even PS4. This looks fantastic. It really does. Now, again, those reservations are still there easily, but still, man, I was surprised by how good this looked. The main thing I'm worried about here is that they changed so much from the original title, rather than improving upon things that they couldn't do because of the hardware limitations back in the day. Not to mention as well, we also got a release date, March 23rd, if I remember correctly, of next year. I've not put the actual release date down here, but that's a lot sooner than I expected it would be. Like, I thought it'd be like October or wintertime, maybe 2024, but the fact that we're getting it early next year, hell yeah, bring this game on. With all of that being said, that's gonna do it for my thoughts on the June 2nd Sony State of Play. I rather enjoyed it, and it's so far, out of all the Sony State of Plays I've seen, it's the best one I've seen so far. I'm not just saying that because I'm a Sony fan, but because usually when I see a Sony State of Play, it just, they're fine. Comment down, let me know below, out of all the games that were shown for the State of Play today, or I guess yesterday, what was the game that made you the most excited? Let me know below. If you guys want to follow me on social media, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. I'm also on Snapchat, so if you want to follow me on all those social media platforms, all the links in the username in the description below. I hope you all enjoyed my thoughts on the latest Sony State of Play. If so, please hit that like button, also subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell for when my latest video goes up. If you guys want to see any of my previous 2 videos, please click with it right there or right there. And of course, until my next review or video goes up, I will see you all next time.